right now. Hi everyone, let's repeat everything all over again because I hit the mute key by mistake.
There we
Uh, no, it's my bad.
go.
I told you guys there would be technical difficulties. So, episode 5 of Star Wars Points of Light, darkest timeline of the Star Wars universe. And with me, my fellow players, I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Whoever wants to go first. I'm Wandering DM, Simon. I'll be the GM for this game. And who wants to go first?
I shall. I am Alex at Thickambit over on the Twitterverse. I am playing Dak, the wholesome mercenary, I suppose.
Horse.
I don't know if wholesome is the right word to use in this case.
I don't know
Lovable.
why we decided he was wholesome, but we just decided he's pure and good.
His beautiful rolls.
Oh my god. Anyways, I can't wait to shoot people in the face.
See a wholesome
know.
right there.
Wholesome.
The most wholesome.
All right, next.
Hey, I am Josh, also known as a Pro Starter. I will be playing Yoshtika, also known as Tilaki, also known as Gorkin. Super happy to be back.
Cool.
Hi, I'm Emily. I'm playing Zeta, the very, very snarky pilot on the run who will come up with many nicknames on the way.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I am playing Fiona, the exiled queen of Naboo.
Also known as Queenie.
Yep. And remember when I said there would be technical difficulties?
Yes.
There are.
Hooray!
No,
What's
it's
missing?
not that bad. It's just our dice roller that people won't see right now.
So we can cheat.
Gee, I rolled a 20, totally. It's
Yeah,
there.
it's just like I can still see it, but like not our friends at home. So like we do every game, to recap our last session, which was unfortunately a month ago, due to real life getting in the way. We have a text scroll, so we'll leave you guys with the text scroll, and we'll be right back.
Sweet.
And we are back. All right.
So with that first mate thing, do I get like a rank on my shoulders or something?
Not on my ship.
Damn it.
When you get to actually be a first mate. So, just so we're clear about what happened last session, because it was a month ago, you guys have just landed on this small remote moon near a settlement called Scavenger's Paradise. And you discovered, to your great concern that you were still dressed the same way you were when you fled Naboo, which means that you're pretty much very easily identifiable. Even though Glider told you that this place was, far from Imperial routes, and that the Empire shouldn't be looking for you here, you all thought it would be a good idea to go get a makeover. So today is the makeover episode. That being said, there was just this one thing I wanted to get back on that happened last time. Who amongst you had placed the recording device on who, and could you tell everyone what was recorded, basically?
I put my recording device in my character's mother's cloak, and I gave it to our lovely queen because she needed something to protect herself from the horrible space that she's never been in before. So it has recorded a lot of delicate information that Glider had told her about some political people, but we don't know that just yet.
But he did give out names, I think, or code names anyway.
He said, he gave out code names, and he said that the White Knight was Bail Organa.
Yeah. There were others.
In the notes.
There were others.
2 seconds.
I didn't write them all down, but one of them was they're all chess pieces, like the queen.
Yep,
and
they're
the White
basically
Knight.
all chess pieces.
And
You sure? Because one of them seems to be the Joker.
Wasn't him the fool? One
Really?
was the fool.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I don't know if you guys have played chess before, but there's no pieces called the fool.
I'm sure you
It's
named
a
him the fool.
pawn.
The fool would be the rook.
Nope. It would be the bishop.
Ah, thank you. Why did I think rook?
Rooks are the towers. But yes, it is based all on like an old human like board game, basically. So, without further ado, you guys were walking down the path to Scavenger's Paradise.
Where do we get clothes in this place? Is it like easily identifiable?
There's a, like I said last time, there's a general store, a cantina. There was a junkyard, sort of a like half like chop shop, basically for like spare parts for ships, and that was about it. There's no like a few. Of course, there are a few like dwellings for the people that live there. But even where you landed, there's no official spaceport or anything. And you saw one patrol of stormtroopers. But your only destination would basically be the general store.
I think we need to be more inconspicuous.
well, yeah. I have like the hood of the cloak up, but like I'm still wearing a dress. So yeah, I think we that's like Fiena's first priority is to get something that makes her look less conspicuous.
Oh, I'm sorry that my mom's cloak isn't enough for you.
It's not that it isn't enough, it's that I'm wearing a big fucking dress.
Oh, yeah, that's true too.
I can
Gotta
always
make you
just
look Queenie.
throw some dirt on it.
If I recall correctly, there was dirt thrown on it, but like just the like minimal amount. Or was it just on on your face? Like, yeah, I think your disguise check basically came up to like just putting like some dirt on yourself and going like, well,
I was like very bad at I rolled very poorly, so
And if I remember correctly, I roll like very high, even though I have nothing for that.
Well, I gave everybody a bonus on disguises,
Yeah.
so
That was a minute. I think I just took my vest, flipped it around, put
Yeah.
it back on. Done.
and that worked. So you guys approach the general store, and there's a a neon or a half-broken neon sign on it that says Xylus's shop. And as you come in, it's this very bare bones building, in the sense that there's not much in the way of decoration. There's a lot of wares, a lot of goods around the store, either on shelves, in crates, and there seems to be like some sort of small warehouse in back of it that is closed off by a door. And as you come in to your left, there's the counter, and there's a sorry, there's a Keldor. A Keldor male sitting in a chair with his feet on the counter, and he seems to be playing some sort of game on a like portable device. And he looks up at you as you come in, and he's like, "Oh, customers! Well, welcome to Xylus's Goods." It says shop in front, but I want to change it to goods. What do you think?
Good.
I think
Yep.
All right. And he looks to Yoewin as he enters, or Glider, and he says, "Xim! Xim! Long time no see." And they go and hug each other. He's like, "Are these friends of yours?" And Xim basically turns around to you, and he's like, "Yeah, these are... We're travelers. I'm escorting them. We needed to refuel and maybe like pick up a few things by the farm. You know, we're not trying to draw too much attention to ourselves right now. And as you can see, we're back from a ball. Yeah, like a costumed ball or something. Anyway, we had to run away in a hurry. Things happen. I'll tell you all about it later. But do you have anything for these guys? I'm good, but what about them?" And throughout this whole conversation, basically, Yoewin does not act like the Yoewin.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm like very.
He's outspoken, friendly. He actually almost mimics Xylus's behavior, even though they're both of a different race. And you know, the Keldors with their big breathing masks, like even his voice is distorted. And Yoewin almost takes on the same speech patterns, even though he doesn't have a mask. It's strange. I mean, you guys have spent like a week and a half with him. Of course, Fianna, you've spent a lot longer, but even in the small amount of time that you guys have spent with him, it's very strange to see him just shift as easily as he did. And Xylus motions you over to some of the bins and crates that he has, and he's like, "Most of the clothes in there are, well, it's kind of a mess, but you can root around if you want. Just pick whatever you want. I'll give you a friendly discount." And he goes back to like behind the counter, keeps playing on his gamepad thing.
Alright, I'll go find something very plain.
Yeah.
Like a scarf to wrap around, or like something with a hood, or like a scarf I can wrap around my head and like hide my face a little bit.
Okay. Like, if you're looking for something in particular, let me know. Otherwise, all the clothes that you can find are basically inconspicuous. They're generic, bland, you know, like beige or black pants. They have a few loose-fitting garments. They've got scarves or bandanas.
Yeah, I just want something to cover my face mostly.
Not the rest of your dress.
Well, I want to change out of my dress. Like, I want to like replace, like, put on, you know, get something like a whole full outfit. But I just want to make sure that it covers my face.
All in all, well, the three others of you, Yorshkta, Zeta, and Dak, are you looking for anything in particular?
The only thing that Zeta would honestly look for specifically is something in blue.
I think
Looking
I'm
around for the color blue.
maybe get like a change of clothes, but nothing like
There's a pair of bright blue boots.
They strike her fancy, but she might not buy them because we need to be inconspicuous. It's making her cry on the inside, though.
But yeah, basically, Josh, were you about to say something?
just that I mean, I think I'm pretty alright. I might just get maybe just a change of clothes and maybe like some pants, a new undershirt, and maybe some boots if I need some. But that's about it, really.
All
I mean,
right.
I figure everybody else is like kind of okay and looks normal. I was
Right.
just, dressed like a queen.
Yeah, but most of you have been seen wearing the same clothes, fleeing from the palace.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to maybe find another, like, trade in my blast jacket.
Was that like an armor?
Yeah, that's the thing.
No, he doesn't sell any protective gear. He's not really allowed. But Xylus says he can, spray paint over it.
Oh, the smell, man, it's gonna get me high for days. Do it.
All right, just give me a quick second. I'll bring that in the back store.
All right.
And he takes your armor, goes back. This is basically all going to cost you around, like, let's say 20 credits each.
20 credits.
Cool.
Okay.
Like,
More
Of course.
than-
I somehow never wrote my credits down, so that'll be fun.
It's free. You had a lot, I remember.
Yeah, I had a lot of credits. So 20 credits.
It's under equipment, I think,
Yeah.
on the sheet.
Yes. It's like a whole area next to experience.
Yeah.
And of course, there's nothing there.
Well,
Son of a-
I have 2,100, so you have more than that.
I do?
Not necessarily.
No, my rifle cost me a lot.
Oh, you bought stuff for your
Yeah, I think you might have. Well, for the purposes of today, let's say that you don't have any credits. Let's make that funny.
I go through my pockets and I turn them over and like bolts and crumbs. I'm like, boss, could you cover the bill for me?
She just stares at you and
I mean, you did just
finds
get
something to lean on to put her hand on her cheek and just goes, "You're funny," and walks away.
you did just get paid.
I did. Doesn't mean I want to share it.
Didn't he get paid?
I'm gonna repay you. Don't walk away from me.
You got paid by the painter. You're fine.
It's in the ship. I'm not gonna have time to go back.
Just throw him the keys. Go get it.
You're giving me the keys for the ship.
Yeah, I don't care. I know you're not gonna leave us.
I'm gonna give him
I'm
my
giving you
old,
a job.
I'm gonna give him my old dress and be like, "Can you put this back?"
Sure, I kind of hoped you weren't gonna ask me to wear this.
No, I mean,
Yeah, I'll find a spot for it in one of the rooms.
So, guys, remind me to change Dak's title from first mate to manservant.
I hate you.
Uh.
Yet it's appropriate. Can't be mad.
As you exit the general store, and while you're gone, Silas comes back with a freshly repainted, sort of like camo green and brown battle jacket, and he's like, shucks. He left without paying.
he'll be
Oh.
back.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
He was reaching out for like a price tag, but he's like, okay then, I'll just put it here.
You bastard. I would have
we'll wait.
shot him.
Yeah, so Alex, you were promised payment for the job by the painter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Yoewin was supposed to pay you for it.
I
Yeah.
I think the painter already
The painter paid
him.
me for like
Oh
something
yeah,
under 200 but above 100. That's what I
I
remember.
think it was 150.
I think
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it's 150. I got it here.
Yoewin was supposed to pay Zeta, and he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Took a while, but he did.
Yeah. I
So,
currently have no problems with him.
is there anything, Xylus asks you, is there anything you would like in my store? I don't have a lot of visitors. Most try to just take things for free.
What does he have?
Looking around, he has quite a few mechanics tools. Hydro spanners. Wow, names are escaping me right now.
He has fancy mechanics.
Fancy stuff, but he also has like fusion lanterns. He has a banged up sensor pack. He's got a pair of breathing masks, a few med packs. He's got field kits, all temperature cloaks. And yeah, so basically mesh tape, power generators, power packs, toolkits, utility belts, anything that a scavenger would most likely need to use to do their scavenging. But everything he sells seems to be secondhand, or almost everything he sells seems to be secondhand.
Zeta takes out like her data pad and she's like reading through it to make sure that she has like everything on the checklist for the ship to run properly. Because like she knows she needs to get like a fire extinguisher because the one that we used ours. Anything else possibly like maybe another med kit for the ship so that way that's fine.
There's a difference between a med kit and a med pack. The med pack is it's for treat injury, whereas the med kit, yeah, okay, med kit is like a it's not like a first aid kit, it's like one step above. You've got enough stuff in there to save someone from the brink of death. Whereas
I'll do that one because we've had that on my ship already.
But he doesn't have those. He only has the med packs, like the
Fine.
ones that are like one step lower, and those ones are used for it's a DC 15 treat injury check. Should be DC 15 for now, but that's gonna change. And it heals for a number of hit points equal to your level plus 1 by each point by which you beat the DC.
All right. I'll get like one or two of those depending on the price and a couple of basic things that the ship needs, like again, like the fire extinguisher, maybe some extra tools or some tools that we just don't have because this ship is not in the best condition.
He's got 6 med packs in all, and they're 100 credit each.
I'm just gonna take one.
All right, the fire extinguisher is 50.
All right. Where is my money at? I swear. I know I have a decent amount, but I can't remember where it is.
It's in equipment, like on the second page. Beside it, the box beside experience, this is equipment. That's where we've.
Yeah.
I don't even think I added how much he
You
gave
had
me.
100 originally, like
How
back
much
before
was
we started the
paid?
game.
Yeah, I forgot how much I was paid.
Payment for Zeta. Where is it?
We really suck at keeping track of money.
Yeah, guys, next time, if you don't keep track, you lose it. It's 1,000 credits.
Ooh, I feel rich.
I mean, I don't think you actually told us how much. You were just like, he throws a cred stick at you.
Yeah.
And now we know.
Now we
Um,
know.
Also, you have to resupply and restock the ship, like in fuel. You've
Yeah,
used up
I
1
figured.
week of fuel right now, and your ship can handle space 18-wheeler was
Space 18.
yeah, space 18-wheeler or space Winnebago. I mean, it's either or.
Well, one of them does come with a barf, right?
With a what?
Forget the name. Man's best friend.
Oh yeah, okay, barf. Yeah, oof.
Yes.
That was
Dude,
you.
I know it's
You're reaching far in the past. So your consumables are the ship can take for 4 months of consumables, which means that as far as like fuel, food, whatever, you can go for 4 months. That being said, you've used 2 weeks of it for now.
No, we're fine then. We're fine on like food and fuel for the most part. When it gets down to about a month, that's probably when Zeta starts to restock on stuff. Since we've only used 2 weeks, we're fine.
Yeah, out of like 60.
4 months. That would be 4 months, 4 weeks. 16 weeks, so we still have 14 weeks of supplies left.
That's good. That's good. So, anything else?
well. Do I ever come back?
Anything? Yeah, you came back. You paid.
Sweet. I fast.
Here's your armor.
Thanks.
Yeah, I would like to. How much are these breathers?
They're not as good quality as what I'm using, but I mean, that one's mine. I can sell you one for 200 or two for 350. They've never been used. None of them. And I mean, if you buy both, I'll even throw in like a spare canister for oxygen. That's oxygen you guys breathe, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool, because I got one with nitrogen. I don't want to mix them up.
That would be bad.
Isn't that the one that makes your voice all squeaky?
That's
That's
hydrogen.
hydrogen.
1 for 150.
Nitro would kill you.
I'm gonna try and haggle this down to like
Yeah,
150.
1 for 150. Give me a
Haggle?
persuasion check. Yeah.
Persuasion. 16.
All right, 150. But I don't throw in the free canister.
That's fine. Fine. How much are the canisters?
25 each.
I'll take it.
Still a better deal.
I know, right?
The guy doesn't necessarily strike you as a shrewd businessman.
Intellectual. I'll take that as well.
Fiona just kind of like is looking at all of the stuff and like, I don't know what any of this is or what to do with any.
You've never
Yeah.
used any of these.
It's just kind of like, I think I've seen pictures of some of these and like hollow vids. Like,
Yeah, it's like for the most part, you've probably seen like some of the workers around the palace use certain of these tools. Like even though you're a queen, you know what duct tape is. Like I mean,
yeah. But
so
like,
it's like okay, I know what it is. I don't see why I'd buy it though.
yeah, it's like when you go into like, you know, like the bathroom remodeling section of like a home store, and you're just kind of like, what are all of these valves?
Yeah.
I don't know what I do. So she's just gonna kind of like look at Glider, kind of just like, Yeah.
And Glider points to like a torch, and he's like, "This is used to solder things."
I mean, yeah, but do I need anything?
Depends.
Not-
Do you still have access to your bank account?
Not where we're going anyway.
Okay.
It's it's all lovely goods, Silas. It's nice. It's it doesn't even seem like they were used before. Your Majesty, we should leave as soon as we can.
Okay. I'm ready to go. So
Yeah, I got my thing done, so I'm good to go too. And yes, I'm hovering.
I change my top and my pants there in the shop.
I've got clothes in the ship. I'm fine. I just got the med kit and some extra stuff for the ship.
All
Good.
right. So you
yeah,
guys had,
I suspect Zeta changed her clothes. Like she hasn't been wearing the same clothes for 8 days.
Yeah.
No, I mean she was probably the only one who had access to a change of clothes. Everybody else is like, well, I'm gonna wash my clothes and then put them back on, and that's it. If you guys even washed them.
I hope you
A few
did.
days.
Depends. Are we rationing water aboard the ship?
No. You know, we're far away in the future, like far enough to know that like there's a like water recycling system that
Actually,
works.
I believe we're a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Simon.
Yeah, but it's also like way more technologically advanced than whatever we could hope here.
Or is it?
Anyway,
We're also
Well-
in a stolen ship that was owned by a Hutt from the Hutt cartel. I think we're good. Even if it's a 16 or 18 wheeler, we're good.
Yeah.
It has enmities. Okay. Good.
Let's not
Yeah.
get like Star Wars grim and dirty. We don't need that. So you guys head back to the
There is
ship.
One
yeah.
other thing that I need to ask about.
Mhm.
I go over to the clerk and I give him like my biggest smile and I go, "Where can I buy guns for a ship?"
Oh, that would be the junkyard next door. If there's
Okay.
anything
Anything?
I mean, if there's anything you can find, it's a bit weird. You pay a
Can I
fee to
go
get
in and you pull things apart?
Well, almost. The Nemoidian who's in charge of it goes by the name of Ruler. No, that's not it. Rallo, yeah. Rallo, basically, you like pay an entrance fee to the junkyard, and then you know you've got like you pay for time. Take whatever you want. You can leave with it.
All right. I'll see if I can get a recommendation from him on.
Well, if he
area
has
where I-
any like weapon parts, you can probably like pick one up. But normally those are the first to go.
That's fair.
Totally need concussion missiles.
However, between you and me, if you do go and you happen to find like crates of unused cargo from like the hull of a broken transport or whatever could hang in the junkyard. I mean, I haven't been in weeks. I could buy them back is what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Hmm.
How much are we talking?
Depends on the state of everything.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
But like think it over.
Yeah. Zeta just leaves. He's like, okay, this is, I know
You guys
the
were the
deal.
best. Goodbye. And he goes back to playing on his thing. So as you guys exit, 2 seconds, Josh. Oh, but what was it?
I was just briefing.
Oh, okay.
Different.
I thought you were going to say something.
No.
As you guys exit the general store, you notice that the patrol of stormtroopers that you saw earlier are just rounding the corner of the street and going into the cantina across the street. Basically leaving the street clear of Imperial presence from what you can see.
Good. That gives me enough time to go to the junkyard.
Now's our chance to go.
We should go.
Go where? The
To the-
junkyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Go. I'm closing the march.
Glider will
still have-
follow.
I head towards the place.
It's a few yards down this like fenced in area with like the dingiest shack in front of it. And inside is a Nemoidian. Do you guys remember what Nemoidians are?
No.
Or maybe not.
Yeah,
It's-
they're an alien.
Yes, they are. They're
Um,
the
um,
guys from the Trade Federation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Got the name.
So like they look like Gyros, but a bit more wrinkly, I guess.
I have
Um,
the if you go to fantasynamegenerators.com and you scroll down, and they have like a thing for like all the Star Wars names, and they have pictures of all the aliens.
Oh, that's cool.
That's what I'm using to remember what all of them look like.
Yeah, or on
Did you have a page on
yeah,
the,
on our Roll20. Burp. But
Yay.
unfortunately, there's no Nemoidian on this one because I didn't think people would play that. But it's a wrinkly Gyros, like a pruny Gyros.
But yes, that's
And he's behind his counter. There's not really much room anyway. It's basically the Nemoidian. There's a counter that, opens up to the rest of the street. And he has like a small holo projector next to him, and he seems to be like watching what would be like Star Wars soap operas. And as you approach, he just turns it off and says, "Hello.
Hello.
Welcome
Hello.
to Ruler's Junkyard. You are interested in perusing the junks that the scavengers have brought back?
That is correct. How much do I owe you?
It's 1,000 credits per hour. You can pick
Okay.
up whatever you want. I have a few repulsor lifts in the back. You can load them up as you want. You can pick up the pieces you want. You have to remove them yourself with your own tools.
What if I pay for 30 minutes? I don't really need that long.
I guess you could. If you're looking for something in particular, I can always help. Saves time a bit. you don't have to waste all of your time.
I'm hoping if you would be so kind as to direct me towards it. But the current ship that I am driving unfortunately lacks in the weapons department, and I'm really unable to protect myself from the dangers that are out there today.
Hmm.
So, man, what's the exact name of the model of the ship? I know it's like Space Transporter, but I can't remember the numbers.
Your ship is a 578R.
If you have anything that can fit a 578R, I would appreciate that. Nothing too big, just enough so that way if like I get into like an asteroid field and I need to break up some rocks, or some pirate decides that he wants to steal my cargo, I can take him out at least a little bit. Not alive, but a little bit. Don't really want to kill anybody, you know?
No, I understand. These times are grave and dangerous. There's far more than asteroids out in space. Even on planetside. Let me verify. And he pulls out like this giant binder. And he starts flipping through the pages. This is like, this is old-timey way of keeping track of things. Nobody uses that anymore, but he doesn't seem to have a lot of means. And he says, right now, and he flips between like two of the same pages, well, 2 pages, but it's like always the same, and he seems to be comparing something that's written in Nemoidian on it. And he's like, nope, nope, nothing for. I might have an opportunity, but nothing that I have in stock right now. Your transport ship is a tad old, is what I would
Oh,
call it.
believe me, I know. Well, if I had a choice, I would have chosen something of a nicer model. But my boss isn't exactly the most generous when it comes to allowing his workers to take his precious things.
Who might your boss be?
You don't want to know. It'll get you in trouble.
Oh, and he closes the book, hides it. He's like, oh. Well, your model of ship might be worth something for a collector, or a connoisseur of older ships. I mean, it predates the fall of the Republic, and even predates almost the Jedi Civil War. Oh. And he looks around. I meant
The what you said?
it's nothing. I said nothing. I had a hiccup, an Nemoidian hiccup, and it sounds like the word that you heard me, or thought I'd said. It's nothing. Just don't. You're not going to
You're
report me, are
fine.
you?
No, don't worry about it. You're fine.
Okay.
So anything that we could retrofit, or in this case, whatever fit the ship.
It would be better if we, honestly, it would be better if we just traded the ship into a collector and used the money to get a new ship. It would be a lot easier on us to do that.
If you're in a big enough planet, yes.
Not here.
Oh, have you seen the place around here? Scavenger's Paradise is the only settlement within kilometers. we're a very small moon. A lot of transients here.
Do you know of a collector?
No, but I know of an opportunity. An old ship, much like yours. I've been trying to get people to go and scavenge it. Nobody's interested because it's in Empire controlled territory, or on the verge of. But it's a nobody's going to miss that ship. It used to belong to the Trade Federation. They had some weapons aboard, from what I've been told. I've been trying to find people to go. I've been talking to just about anybody here. But nobody wants to go. I have the coordinates if you want to. We could enter into a commercial agreement, as it were, if you wanted.
How do we know that the ship is not going to be tracked by God knows who at this point?
Oh, it's basically giant space debris. As of now, it's been destroyed for a good couple of decades. It was embedded in an asteroid, and the asteroid blew up and freed most of the ship.
Is the ship in any state to float in space?
Well, yes, it floats because it's space.
It's in space.
I swear to everything, I'm
How
gonna
much of the
punch you.
ship do you want us to get rid of? Do you want us to just haul the whole thing away, or do you just want like bits and pieces of it gone? How much do you want for it?
Actually, I'm looking for well, I'm looking for many things, but I'm mainly looking for a what's it called again? Sorry, checking notes. A remote processor. Or more than one, if you had more than one. Or as much as you can bring back for the scavengers to tear apart here. I could
Might not be able to bring it back in person. And she's like writing this down in her data pad. And like, if you give me the coordinates, and if I happen to be going that way, I will more than happy to look it over for you. Just whenever the shipment comes back in, if I'm able to do it, just send a couple credits my way and we can call it a deal.
Yes, it's and he takes out like a small older version of a data pad that's about that thick, and he sends you over. He sends you the coordinates. He's looking for. So it's a Lucrehulk class battleship that was destroyed about 50 years ago, or actually that was reported as missing 50 years ago. And confirmed destroyed 30 years ago. It's in an asteroid field that is technically under Imperial control, but like it's in the outer rim, so it's very minimal. There's minimal Imperial presence in there, but the ship purportedly had a container or carried a shipment of its ZK48 remote processors. And has any one of you ever worked with droids before?
Probably.
More than likely, no.
Okay, the ZK48 on the market right now can sell for anywhere between a few thousand credits to 1,000,000 credits, depending on the state. It is basically the type of processor you can use to control a whole army of droids from space.
Oh, perhaps like the Trade Federation did that one time. Oh, maybe that.
Maybe. But like you could of course use it to control an army of droids, but you could also use it to automate, city droids, like cleaning droids or labor droids across an entire planet.
Would they all say Roger, Roger?
Roger, Roger.
They have to. That's how this works.
It's in the processor.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like the confirmation code. Anytime you do something that works, like that's the message you have to send back to the controller. So it's like, please walk forward 1 step, Roger, Roger. 1 step, Roger, Roger. And then just push them over.
Now, let me ask you, our friend, something. If we were to go on that ship, do you know anything about the ship itself? Is it still powered? Is there gravity on it? Are there any droids still alive on that? Or functioning, should I say? What's the threat level there?
Well, it crashed into an asteroid, so it's most likely not going to be powered anymore. Gravity, I would probably say possibly. That depends on if a couple of things have been destroyed in the ship. Droids, that also is kind of dependent on how much the ship has been damaged. Most likely there might be a couple of droids left, maybe depending on their model. But other than that, I would assume that it would be just like a dead ship. It's like, am I correct on that assumption?
Yep. I'd add to that a ship of that scale. Like if they had
insight.
What?
What would be insight? Like, if I wanted to tell if it was lying.
Oh, insight would be yeah, because that was a weird edition and they had weird skills. Give me a sec, I'll let you know. It's I think it's perception in this case.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and roll for that.
Okay.
Give me just a sec, I'm gonna tell you. Yeah, sense deception is perception. I mean, it's still based on wisdom, like everything else. So, he is not lying, but he's hiding something. There's definitely a part of his story that he isn't. He's like withholding information.
All right, now the question is, do I want to be the one to get it out of him or no?
I mean, at best, I can shoot him.
I mean,
Don't shoot him.
I was gonna do
He's
the perception.
precious.
I know.
Did we roll perception?
Huh?
Did we get the perception roll?
Well, you rolled 16? Oh, no, that was earlier, right?
Yeah.
My bad. Can you... Well, okay. Too late. I decided you guys succeeded.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I was looking at your previous roll. That's why. Oof. But yeah, he's withholding, like, at least some information.
All right, so what would I have to roll to make him think that I am a nice lady who really just wants to help him, but she needs all the information?
Well, here's my question to you then. Are you a nice lady that want to help him, but that you need all the information?
I need all the information. I'm kind of a nice lady depending on the day, and I don't like being told not everything when I'm being offered a job.
So if you're honestly thinking of doing it, then it would be persuasion. If you're just toying with him and really couldn't care less, I would go with deception.
I need deception because my persuasion sucks. I'm trying to think of how to word this, though. That's the main problem I'm having.
Can we like aid and stuff?
Yes, you can.
So I have to make it sound like I don't care, but I care.
I would say, to you. Seems like we're not getting the full story. Let's just go. Not worth our time.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too great, especially if a lot of people have been telling him recently that they don't want to do it. So,
Yeah,
I
there's
think
a reason
the
behind it.
coordinates. Do I need to, like, Zeta, like, starts to turn away, so can I go ahead and roll? Do I need to add anything?
Deception, if you have it.
Okay, then with his assistance, do I need to add anything else or no?
No, give yourself advantage.
Cool.
Advantage.
Yeah, I definitely need that.
Mm-hmm.
I had the same deception.
Can I use knack?
Yeah, you can even use your force points if you wanted.
I'm just gonna use knack because that requires 0.
What does knack do again?
Knack, again, once a day, if I'm doing a skill check, I can roll again and get a better number. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
like having advantage once a day.
Nice.
Except you can use your advantage, your knack on an advantage. So go ahead.
That's better.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
He says, well, fine, the ship isn't in space anymore. It was brought back here on the other side of the moon. It's just nobody wants to go check it because the last person that tried never made it out.
Was it booby trapped?
I honestly, personally think it was an accident.
Who brought it down? Or did it come down by itself?
No, the first team about a week ago that I gave the coordinates to, they brought it back down and they left a beacon in the original location so that anybody else who would go there would know that the ship, or the remains of, were brought back somewhere around here, and could go look through it. I know it's sort of a detour to do, but they wanted to ensure that, you know, they would have first pick of everything. So they brought it back to an old hangar on the other side. It's about a 2 hours drive away. But it's there. It sits there. It's been there for a week, and it's been taunting me. But look at me. Do I look like someone who could scavenge? And like, he shows like his like spindly little arms, and he's like, I can't lift anything, much less the remote processor.
What did they say? Attack them.
They never made it back.
Not one. I'm out. I start walking away.
I understand. Goodbye. I understand. And he turns to the four of you. If you're interested, the offer still stands. My buyer would be very interested in having a remote processor.
Who's the
Your
buyer?
buyer.
Yeah, who's your buyer?
And he looks like up and down the street, and he goes, "Not the Empire."
Okay.
So that's why you're so shifty.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He just kind of leans into him and goes, "It's okay," and then just leans back.
He doesn't seem to really trust you or trust what you just said, but he nods.
All right. So, what exactly do you mean by they didn't come back? Have you just not seen them? Are they dead? They've been torn apart by monsters? You gotta give me the whole thing. You can't just give me half of it. Don't give me this hut shit. Come on.
They brought it down. They went in. They sent me a comm. And that was the end of it. I can even, and he takes his like Holovid player, and he's like, I can play it back for you if you wanted. And it's basically like this standard like, okay, we got the wreckage, bringing it down to a hangar, like let's say 47. Everything should be like good to go within the hour. Have our credits ready. Yay us, best scavengers or whatever. And that's it. Like there's no like what?
It says that. Like,
Well,
verbatim.
sort of.
Yeah.
Yay us. Sort of. So basically it's like this like happy team of scavengers who found something, brought it back down, and they're like on the verge of celebrating their find. There's no like blaster shots in the background, there's no monster sounds, there is no people screaming around. It looks like the standard, you know, hey, look, you sent me to go fetch something. We got it.
It's like, I'll think about it, but next time, don't send me on a wild goose chase. You're gonna send me the coordinates to something, you send me the whole thing. You don't just send me to a beacon so that way I can come back and waste my goddamn fuel.
Well, you know, if you do this one, we could enter a more long-term arrangement, and then I would know I could trust you. It would be beneficial, mutually beneficial, for the both of us, or 4 or 5 of us.
I'll think about it.
Fiona is like probably is also she's just like I don't know about any of this, and so she's also gonna leave.
They're basically arguing like about selling and exchange, like trading junk.
Yeah. She's just like this is not useful for me. I can't help in this situation, so she's gonna go leave, and go find Tilaki.
I'm like literally right outside. Like if there's like a tent, I'm probably just like 15 feet away off to the side, just like waiting for everyone.
Kicking dirt down the street.
Yeah, just like, ugh.
I mean, I'm done now. Pretty much just I'll think about it, and then yeah, I'm probably gonna do it, but he better pay me a lot of money for it.
Plus, that's for more than what he's offering. We know that. Well, do we actually know that the things that he wants are worth that much?
Zeta knows.
I would know, yeah.
I go over to Zed and just be like, why are you even thinking about doing this? We're currently on the run. We should just be doing with the contact that we were told and getting out of here.
Because if what Glider is saying is true, and the fact that we do have a bounty on our head, it's going to be very unlikely that we are going to end up getting jobs or getting any kind of money to survive. And if we don't have money, we can't keep going and running. So it's better to get money now when not that many people know what our faces look like than later when people are literally hunting us down like dogs.
I think we should just jump a few times and then just go to a rim place and just then do our business. We jumped once to one planet and then knew where we were going, possibly.
Running from the Empire doesn't exactly work that way.
Oh, I
But,
know.
yeah. I mean, you could try that. You'll probably live a happy life for maybe a good 2-3 years. And they're just gonna hunt you down again. So it's better to have some money with you and also get some free shit.
The contact that he was talking about.
It's in the farm, if you want to follow me. If you're all
Of
done
course it is.
haggling.
Raising my hands.
If you're all done haggling.
And she just kind of looks at him and goes, negotiating a proper business deal, and then just follows.
My queen.
Really need to stop calling me that if we're supposed to be inconspicuous.
Fiona. It sounds weird coming out of his mouth. Like
I
mechanical.
mean, everything that comes out of his mouth sounds weird,
Yeah,
so
but I mean, it sounds weird for him. Like, you know, it doesn't flow the same way that any other words would flow out of his mouth. It's like there's like a disconnect that he needs to actively break. Everyone just follow me. And, you guys don't have ground transport, so you walk for about 3 hours.
Oh lord.
Yeah, to get to a
Can
DC.
we rent one?
Huh?
Can we rent one? Awesome.
yeah, I was gonna say, can we like hire Grand Transport? Like,
Well, you can. It's 10 kilometers away, so you can either just walk it or you can
Yeah.
try to find a transport. Like, you saw a few speeders in town. There's no like rent a speeder place.
No. we might as well just walk it. What are we gonna do with a speeder on this one planet?
Resell it?
Yeah, for less than what we bought it for.
Yeah, good point.
Like, I mean, you can always resell it to the general store guy, but he's probably not going to buy it for like more than like a quarter of the price.
Yeah.
So, you guys book it and walk. And it doesn't take too long to get there. Like I said, about 3 hours.
Yana is exhausted. She's never walked this much in her entire life.
So it takes 4 hours. But as you guys get near the farm, the sun is still hanging high in the sky from what you can see. And it's about like 2-3 in the afternoon. The farm itself is this like small cottage built in the middle of a shallow crater. The interior of the crater, everywhere around it, is just mushrooms and mold. And there are like
Great.
specially placed sort of lampposts that are either
Grow lights.
yeah, grow lights basically, that are broken or just non-functioning at the moment. There's no lights coming out of the farmstead. There's no sound or anything. You guys even crossed a what would have been a security perimeter around it. So like these like sort of small pylons built in around the compound, which you guys know what it is. So basically, it's like a fence. You can either project a force field out of it, or it can just be like an invisible laser signal that goes between like one to the other, and if somebody crosses it, then it rings an alarm or something. It's like the sort of like anybody among, well, maybe not Fianna, but Yorshkata and Dak, like you've seen that in other places. Especially if you've lived on the fringes of like I'll say colonized space. Like if you visited farms in like on the outer rim and stuff like that.
Right.
Otherwise, it's quiet. It's almost peaceful. But it shows that nobody is taking care of the farm that much lately, because the mold has even begun growing on the walls of the farmstead. The building itself is maybe like 100 feet by 100 feet, sort of like cube shape with a dome roof.
Nice. I'm just keeping my spatial awareness, so yeah, obviously as I'm going.
All right. Well, you've noticed as you were getting closer to the farmstead that like there were traces of animals, like small critters or something, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Any sign of life other than the mold?
You can give me a check. I don't know which skill you want to use, or how you go about. Tell me how you go about detecting or identifying signs of life.
I think we can go with survival. I will try to see if there was any kind of. Well, the way I see it is like if the pseudo vegetation was, I want to say trampled in, like there's a path. If there's any kind of sign of trash, anything that's not natural, that's you can see that, like you said, the mold was growing on the wall, but like there's a spot on the wall where there's not any kind of mold where a trash can would be generally, things like that.
All right. Yeah, sure. Give me survival. Does anybody else want to do something before, like, in between the perimeter and the entrance to the farmstead, like those like last 5 minutes? If there's anything you want to do while Dak is going on about trying to sniff the ground.
I'm gonna turn to Glider and I say, "You always take me to the nicest places."
This is
I get
not
me
a
a
palace.
14.
I know. 14. Nah. Well, not nah, but you can clearly see that there used to be like a sort of order to the place,
Mm-hmm.
and that it's not been taken care of for maybe like, I don't know, like months. Everything has overgrown, like the mold that you've noticed that's just about everywhere. It would be like the equivalent of like weed, well, like a type of weed, not weed. But it's basically like aggressively destroying the rest of the mushroom farm and just like outgrowing everything. It's to anybody who would be moderately knowledgeable about mushrooms and mushroom farming, or like any fringer, it shows even at a glance that nobody's lived there for a while. And I mean, that might tip some people off. Because, you know, it's a house with nobody living in it. Like, you can just go in and pilfer whatever you want.
No, home sweet home.
Is there supposed to be someone here, Glider?
No. It's... Well... It depends. I've been here a few times. Some of us have been here a few times. Sometimes for weeks on end. I haven't been back in years. It should be unlocked, and as you approach the door, he types in something on the keypad next to the door. Beep boop boop, and the door opens. And he's like, just like we leave it.
How moldy is it on the inside?
It's actually not moldy. It's
Okay,
just
good.
dusty. Basically, when you come in, there's this small entryway that's just big enough to fit like 2 people.
Because I think.
yeah.
Oh, sorry. Well, I think Fiona has a mold allergy. And so she's been walking through this farmstead, and just like her eyes are just like watering, and she's like sniffling, and she's
Like your face is
Very-
getting progressively puffier.
she's like very unhappy.
And no, the inside is a bit dusty, but otherwise it looks like you know that like these houses for sale where people will leave like the minimal amount of furniture just to make it seem like it's been lived in, but it's just like the bare minimum. Like there's no stove in the kitchen, but there's like a coffee table, there's like an old couch, it's sort of like that. So as I was saying, there's this entryway and then a few steps up, and you guys go in like the living area where, you know, you have like the kitchen, the dining room, the living room. It's all this one big place. And then to your right, another sets of stairs that go down a few feet. And then, well, Yoewin explains that the console and everything is over on that end to just make yourselves at home. He is just going to have a look around outside to make sure that nothing's been disturbed. And he'll be right back.
So when he leaves, Fiona's gonna look at the other 3 and go, "Are we really doing this?"
I mean, we're here now. We haven't walked for 4 hours to just go back.
Yes. I don't want to be do that either. Besides, what else can we do?
You could turn me in.
You really just want to die. You really are on like a suicide pact, aren't you? It's Nabu or bust.
Fiona's gonna like take out her data pad and like show like this shit she's been scrolling through all the time. She's like, I can't do anything.
Welcome to.
We're dead.
Go on.
There's a new like breaking news thing on your data pad when you
Awesome.
take it out.
Awesome. What does it say?
Emperor Sheev Palpatine has dissolved the Senate.
Fun.
There was too much dissension and too many discordant voices within the Senate. Emperor Palpatine has declared that the Senate be dissolved and full authority within the Empire would fall upon him and a few chosen Grand Moffs. And then you have like the picture of like Grand Moff Tarkin, that other blue guy whose name I keep forgetting. Admiral Thrawn, I think was his name. Blue-faced dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
Grand Admiral.
So Grand Admiral Thrawn, and a bunch of other people. And of course, here's the picture of Moff Borsk, who's now been promoted to Grand Moff.
Is he still like ruling? Like, who's in charge of Naboo while I'm gone?
Not him. according to the like the piece that you're seeing under his face, there's a mention of he's going to be supervising the construction of an orbital, like a new type of orbital stations. So he's like the labor minister, I guess.
We can't win.
We don't know if we don't try.
What's this winning? I just want to live.
What kind of life is this?
A real one. Sorry, it's not sugar coated and served with doilies and servants, but this is real life.
I hate it. And there's no point. There's nothing I can do here. What am I gonna do? I can't do anything. I've been raised since I was 10 years old to serve my planet in some form or another, and now I don't have my planet. So what? What am I gonna do?
At least I was raised since I was a baby to be a person that helped put cargo on a ship at a spaceport, and now look where I am. Make something of your life. Stop complaining.
I agree. When I was 12, I ran drugs in a slum. We'd find cakes and doilies. Now, because that's gone, you want to moan? I'm sorry, princess, queen, whatever you want to call it. This is real life. This is what we live every day. Just because you're not there anymore doesn't mean you have to stop trying. For the first time in your life, now you can actually do something.
I was doing something.
No, you wasn't. You weren't. You were a puppet.
No, I wasn't. That's why. Don't you see? That's why they wanted me gone.
Everything you did was done in 8 days. Took you how many years?
And now I can't do anything because they've been running a smear campaign and nobody's been fighting back. Now my name is sullied. I'm nothing. I'm nobody. I have no skills.
Great. That means you get to start over. You get to be who you can be, who you've always wanted to be outside of the palace.
I've always wanted
That is.
to serve my people.
Then serve them.
I've always wanted to be queen. That was my dream. And now
Yes.
that's gone. So excuse me. It's not the finery. Fuck you.
Let me ask you
She's
something.
gonna go downstairs to the console.
I can't deal with this. I walk out as well, outside.
All right, you walk out outside. Fiona's going towards the console, and Fiona, you come face to face with a hulking black droid. Humanoid in shape. It's just unmoving. For a second, you thought it was like Yoewin that you just like bumped into in the dark. But it's actually quite large and about 8 feet in height, and designed to look like a muscular stormtrooper. Like if the armor, like the body armor of a stormtrooper could like show muscles or whatever. It's a weird design choice. Yet here it stands. And as you just like bump into it, the eyes blink up. And you can hear like the servos inside the droid and everything start to boot up. It must have been on like sleep mode or something. And your, maybe not your bump, but your proximity or whatever just turned on like an automated system to turn it back on. And the first thing it says in like a scratchy voice, this intruder is detected within the perimeter. Alerting Squadron 2254. we have the rebels. And then it starts moving and it says, hold it right there, citizen. You are under arrest by Imperial authority.
I shoot it.
Well then,
All right, go ahead.
What
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'll
It's
ask
a
you,
trap.
roll for initiative first.
Okay.
Just because you'll go first anyway. But if you beat me, you even have advantage on it
Okay.
because you'll have acted so fast that like it's like normal combat routine hasn't booted up yet.
Okay. What is my initiative?
Should be like your dex bonus.
By the way, I still have my special awareness, and it goes through total cover. So, what I've been aware of this, it's like
Once the robot starts to move, yep. Because you'll notice that there's another thing or
shockwave.
another let's say shockwave, that works. There's another presence which you didn't know before because it was just completely unmoving, and since it doesn't breathe, it doesn't move at all. It's practically like an object. So Lauren, you still get to go first, but you don't have advantage on your roll.
Okay. Oh, I've never fought a thing in Star Wars before.
in Star Wars. Star Wars.
I mean, I was unconscious for that whole battle.
That's true.
Wow, you hit.
I'm really good at shooting things, guys.
holy crap!
So you whip
Well,
out
damn it.
your holdout blaster and shoot at the droid. Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, my very impressive damage. So impressive.
It's like literally all ones, even your
Yeah, I
bonus.
know. I know. I told you it was really good.
That's incredible.
I know.
So you fire like a glancing shot at the creature's torso. It doesn't seem to have done much. But you've blackened the exterior.
You'd be like, help?
And to which it replies, use of deadly force is now authorized. Stand still, citizen. And it's
While I blast you.
yeah, basically, its right arm just changes like a robot, like
Oh, wait,
like a
wait,
transformer.
wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait. I actually did 5 damage because I have point blank shot.
Cool.
Woo! And that's
That's one more, and now it's dead. No, it's actually going to shoot you with its light repeating blaster,
Okay.
and then everybody else can roll for initiative.
I was gonna say, can I push her out of the way?
Okay,
well,
she's nowhere
oh,
near.
she had walked elsewhere, so by the time you guys hear it,
I moved off.
Lauren, do I hit you on a 20?
What defense?
That would be on your reflex defense. Sorry.
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
we're still
you
using that.
definitely hit me.
Okay. That is a 16.
Okay, cool.
As it
You
just
No, I'm real hurt, guys.
it pews into you, and it actually it doesn't only like shoot at you, but it seems to just be spraying shots around,
Oh god.
like if it was made to fight off like a mob of people and not just like a single person. And like the blaster shots break, part of the plaster on the wall, some of it hitting the console, some of it even going past you and into where the kitchen area would be. And that's when everybody else notices. One, you heard the shots, and then also saw the blaster bolts going. So we'll go back in initiative order with that thing rolling a 19. So it's
The
going
DAC
to be...
The DAC roll?
No, not the DAC roll, but its original
I mean-
initiative was 19.
Hey, but did he roll his initiative then? Did that?
Oh yeah, DAC
Yeah.
did. DAC got a 15. So that's
Damn.
basically going to be the creature, and then all of you guys in order. Yorsh, DAC, Fiona, and Zeta. All right. So that thing, sensing you are still up, bends its legs sort of backwards, like bracing itself, hulking down. And it repeats, stand still, citizen. Use of deadly force is authorized. And it's going to attack you again.
Sweet. I love it.
On
That
your
hits.
reflex on 13.
That hits.
Don't die after an argument. I
You're gonna feel so bad.
I feel like slightly bad.
He can probably kill me.
It's for
Yeah,
21
let's-
points of damage.
Yeah. What are the like? What are like the permadeath rules?
There are none.
Okay.
So basically, it would be if you fall to 0, you're dead. Technically.
Dead, no.
There's no negative. But you can spend a force point to just not die instead.
I mean, I guess I have to spend a force point to just not die.
So you're basically you're bleeding out, not dead.
Cool.
We lost the
Cool.
green.
And that thing is just, it keeps firing and firing as if like on an automated like on auto fire, like someone taped the trigger and it's just firing and firing and firing.
Do I have to use a force point every round to not die, or am I just like not dead?
No, you're actually not dead, and that's it. It's just you're not playing until, well, you're gonna wake up in like a D4 plus 1 hours, unless
Okay.
somebody can just like stabilize you. There's no
Okay.
there's no death save. It's
Okay.
basically you have to spend a force point. So if you burn all of your force points and you get to 0 HP, then there's nothing you can do, and it's over.
Oh, well.
So right now you're at the equivalent in D&D of being stabilized
Okay,
and just on the floor.
cool.
Anybody with a med pack can heal you back up, like a healing potion.
Alright.
But it's there's a barrage of shots going through, which means that anybody trying to get in front of the robot right now, even just to get Fiona out of the way, will come under fire. Hey, it's you guys. It's your turn.
Yay, who's first?
That would be your turn.
I think that's you.
Yeah.
No, it's... Gosh.
I'm going to run to get my fibro blade and just dart towards it. And I'm gonna try and dodge the shots as I'm like using like my acrobatic skill if I can, and then like trying to attack it.
All right, you were outside. What's your speed?
My speed is, I believe it's
Six?
6 squares.
So you're about like 80 feet, so 8 squares away from it. So you could end your turn in front of it, but you couldn't act. You can still use your reaction to try to deflect something.
Is there like a window by there? Could I just like stand by the window then and shoot it if that's possible? Because I don't know. how to lay
You'd
it out.
have to run around the house, which would actually take you longer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm going to.
Well, longer. No, I'm sorry. You'd run for longer, but you'd still end your turn. So you can go by the outside or the inside, it doesn't matter. Except that if you go from the inside, you'd end your movement in front of it.
Mm.
Whereas from the outside, you don't risk getting under attack.
Yeah, I'm going to go. So like, is there like a door frame or a doorway where I could like run in and then like brace against that so the shots aren't hitting me?
Yep, it just means that you're not within line of sight of the droid or Fiona. But you're like braced against the doorway. She's, you could almost reach out to her.
Yeah, I'll probably just do
But
that
you're
then. I'll
safe.
probably just like running, brace myself up against the doorway since there's like barrages of like firing happening. And can I reach her and like drag her in then? Or would I have to like make a check for that?
Make an athletics check.
Acrobatics.
Athletics, in this
Damn.
case.
It's a
Ye-
straight 0. Oh, 19.
Oh, yeah. You can just, like, real quick, you grabbed a hold of her ankle and just started dragging her back.
I
Like
feel like after this, you should have proficiency in manhandling me.
No, right? Just all the things.
It's... You don't know if she's alive or dead, though, at the moment.
Come on, you.
And
He
Dak?
does it.
Well, I will. I'm gonna try something stupid. I'm going. Okay, so tell me. Okay, so there's standard action, swift action, and free action. Would that be correct?
Bonus action, basically, yeah.
Okay, so to walk to. Am I currently in line of sight with that damn robot?
No, but within your turn, you can get within line of sight.
Okay. Because what I want to do is I want to draw fire.
Mhm.
Meaning I'm going to make myself the more appetizing target.
Okay.
But if I don't get to shoot at it, it's kind of wasted a little bit.
Well, like the way I explained it earlier, it's shooting in a direction, not at a person. It's
Right.
just spray and pray right now.
Spray and pray.
So it's
Robot-
just it keeps doing the same thing, like the same motions, which means that if you want to shoot at it, you risk getting shot at.
I think that's fair enough. So right now, has Josh been able to pull,
He's in the process of pulling Fiona out of the way.
could become a target?
Not that much, like his arm.
Okay, in that case, I will not draw fire unless it switches over to him specifically. So I'm going to rush to the rescue as well, and with my rifle, just open fire.
Go ahead.
So I hit, of course.
Yeah, that you're gonna have to roll. Because if we all remember your marksman's abilities,
Marksman ability?
no,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was making fun of you missing all the time.
Dude, I've hit that one stormtrooper in the face like crazy, and then I missed everything else.
That's so hard.
That was your
It's-
one hit
have
wonder.
you seen them? It's hard to shoot. You should ask them. They're good at it, right? Alright, so I have a +1,
Mhm.
not to hit, but to damage due to point blank.
Yeah, it's
precise
also
shot-
to hit.
It's also to hit? Okay. Precise shot.
Just means that there's no chance of you hitting an ally when you're
That's what I
firing a
thought.
melee.
Okay. So, roll 1d20. It's all the pluses.
Plus your base attack bonus, plus your dexterity modifier, +1.
21.
You hit.
Yeah, let me just get the damage. I believe it's 3d8. Slash roll 3d8 +1. Well, in its face.
It's not looking great. But you noticed firing at it. You notice that it's particularly resistant to blaster fire. Like it
I don't
was
have.
no, but it's as if it was made specifically to withstand fire or like firing.
Nice. That's when we need to have some sort of iron cannon, iron blaster.
And Zeta, it's your turn.
Is there a way for me to get behind it?
Yes, you would risk an attack of opportunity by like one of its other appendages. He could probably like punch you in the gut as you're moving by.
And what if I'm just like sliding up against the wall, trying not to get shot?
I'd say give me a stealth check.
Damn. I kind of want to just scream at it. What is your primary function?
To
Just to
kill
see if
the
I'm-
Divide by 0. Divide by 0.
Because I would assume that with Zeta's background, that she has a very she's seen at least something that's similar to this before. So she's trying to figure out how to turn it off.
This is an Imperial, what they call the Dark Troopers.
Hmm.
They're made for war.
Hmm.
You've seen them before. It never ends well.
It's only one though, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not like 50 of them. Like somebody left one in here.
I still want to say, what is your primary function?
You
just
can
to
still
see if
say
it'll
that during your
fly.
turn.
Why not?
It
I'll
doesn't
do
matter.
that. She says, what is your primary function?
It doesn't actually reply to you, but does say, "Stand down, citizen. You are all under arrest for being rebels."
I'm not a rebel. I'm just a person looking for stuff.
Obey the law. Pew 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 pew.
Fine.
This is like a
I'm
terrible
try to
RoboCop.
get- I don't want to shoot
I am
it
the
because
law.
it has the attention of Dak, and I don't want it to shoot at me because I was squeaky and I will probably die. So, let's see. Let's see.
You could always like shoot, go and cover.
I kind of want to leave the building and just shoot from it from cover and also scream at Glider. Can I just do that instead of shooting? Just attempt to make my way out of the building, like through a window or something?
If you want to make it out through a window, you'd have to roll acrobatics. But you could, like, if you use your whole turn, you could just exit through the main door and, you know, at least, like, circle the house halfway. So
Just
you
to look
might,
for Glider?
yeah, you might stumble upon Glider if you take the proper, like, the right, you know, the right direction as you exit. Like, if you, depending on if you go left or right, whether he's gone left or right.
I want to go ahead and do that because he did say that he was just checking to make sure that things hadn't been moved. So either he's an asshole and he just betrayed us, or he's somewhere and he's on his way into the building. So I'm going to go and try to find him. So I'm going to use my turn to leave the building and go and find Glider.
All right. Can you just roll a d2?
I can do that. 1d2. Oh, wait. That needs a space.
Ah,
All right. So you get out of the house. Do you turn right or left?
Left.
All right. You go left, and you go around the farmstead. You do not see Glider.
That son of a bitch.
Moving down in the initiative order, it's back up to the robot, who's going to keep attacking. Josh, because your arm is in the way, but you do have like full cover, you have +4 to your armor class, to your reflex defense, I should say.
Okay.
And Alex, you don't have anything.
nope.
Do I crit you guys?
Yeah, you do.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think you.
And this is how the rebellion ends, guys. One robot.
We all have force points.
Huh?
The Empire can collect our unconscious bodies.
Yep, it can. I'm just
I can't
curious.
use force points to make you re-roll, right?
No, there has to be powers for that. But you do have the ability, I think. What are your do you have like deflect or something like that?
I don't know, not yet.
I do have
Oh,
dodge,
okay.
but you know,
Well, yeah, that not against the crit.
no, that's not the same thing.
Let me just check how do critical hits work in that version. I'm sorry, everyone. This is the first time.
My arm.
Oh yeah, it's double. Alright, it's traditional double damage. So that would be a total of 44.
Well, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's my exact hit points.
I'm -3 at that point.
Do you guys have a force point to burn?
Yep.
I mean, if I have full cover and it's just my arm, does he really like
Well,
destroy me?
No,
He
but
went
it's
through the
basically he
wall.
shot your arm and your body went into shock from just the pure pain of the severe plasma burn on your arm.
Okay, that's poopy.
So you'd probably be like curled up in a ball on the ground going like for like 20 minutes, and then the game becomes an episode of Family Guy. As this is happening, I'll just go down to Zeta.
It's up to you.
I still haven't found him, have I?
Well, what do you do?
Well, I don't want to go in it. Well, he's not. The robot's not leaving the building yet, I guess. So, I mean, I'm gonna attempt to see if he's still in like the general area of the building, because if anything, maybe he knows how to turn it off, or he has a better way of dealing with it than I can. Especially because now that I have seen that I will probably do nothing to it, because I only have a little pew pew gun. It would probably be better if I don't attack it.
All right.
So that's my base idea right now, is just to try to find Glider.
So you walk the other way around the farmstead, like completing your full circle, and you see Glider. He was basically, if you had gone right, you would have stumbled upon him like right away. But he was coming back from. He basically went around it, maybe a bigger circle than you did. But he's jogging back, and he looks worried and says, "What is going on?"
There's what was it called again? Dark.
Trooper?
Dark
There's a
Trooper.
bad droid in there, and it's killing everybody.
He just becomes livid and says, "There's no droids in the farm,"
There's one in the building.
and he charges in.
I just kind of like I
Definitely
peek from a window, and I like have my gun ready in case like I need to shoot at it. But
Oh,
I just
you-
know-
You're
Yeah.
behind. Like at this point, it stopped firing, and it was basically like bracing for just like the pure like recoil or power of his weapons to not like destabilize itself, and it went back into like, let's say, humanoid form, and it's going around and picking up Fiona and putting her down in the kitchen, doing the same, like putting the bodies in a row basically, and it's calling Imperial Squadron, the same from earlier, and as it does that, you hear a pew.
Pew.
And Yoewin shoots the ceiling.
Die, ceiling.
Good job, Yoyo.
The
The ceilings in this game
As
are
a
all gonna
warning
die.
shot.
the droid turns around and repeats the same thing as earlier. Citizen, you are under arrest. Use of deadly force has been authorized. And it's bracing itself up again and going to fire at Yoewin. It's this one. And it completely destroys the couch.
Oh.
No,
We're
we're gonna take it back.
What do you do, Zeta?
Oh, I don't feel like having it have deadly force be shot at me. So, I'm tempted to be a scared little bitch.
Do it. Just go. We're all dead. Go.
Nah.
This is the story of Zeta now.
I am looking at it, right? Is it within 6 squares of me?
Yep. Oh, guys. The damage that reduced you to 0 hit points.
Mhm.
Does it? Is it higher than your fortitude defense?
Well, gee, I wonder.
Yeah.
It's
44.
All right.
If you know what? I have 44 con right there.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah, you had to burn a force point, but otherwise, if you fall to 0 and it doesn't, the attack that killed you didn't do enough damage to be higher than your fortitude defense,
Mm-hmm.
you're just unconscious.
Ah, okay.
So basically, yep, you guys are just unconscious, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's within 6 squares of me. It has line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use walk the line, which gives it a -2 to its defense until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, until the start of my next turn.
And Yowen's gonna keep firing at it.
No, the ceiling, please.
And misses.
God damn it.
That's what I get for trying to save the queen. Damn it!
And now that it misses. Zeta, what do you do?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
They're
She just, like,
exchanging
takes out a gun and
fire
just
in the
shoots.
living
She
room.
fires at it. She's just
Alright.
like, oh, for God's sakes!
Go ahead.
Oh god. Roll 1d20. God, it's been a while since I've actually shot the gun. Let's see. What else am I supposed to shoot with it? Or roll
A
with it?
d20 plus your base attack bonus plus your dex bonus.
+2 plus. Okay, so +4. Nope.
Oh my god.
Stormtrooper action.
And yeah, I mean, everybody's exchanging fire and nothing's happening. Everyone's missing. Oh no, wait. Yowen hits.
You took out like the 2 bruises, and now it's just like miss.
We're doing stuff and we can't do anything.
I'm not good at this!
Well, no, and I mean, Yowen's not good at fighting something that fights back.
It's true.
God. Such a creep.
It might be like a weird question to ask, but when I was buying stuff
Mhm.
for the ship, did I buy anything that, let's say, I might, if I had overpowered it, it might shock something?
What do you mean? Like what?
That's what I'm trying to think of, because, like, I have a stun gun, and I'm thinking, like, if I put, like, a power cell and attach it to the stun gun, and I, like, overpower it to the point where it could be disruptive to electronics, that it might do something, but I'm not sure if that would work.
On a living target, yes, absolutely. But because this one is not living, it needs a specific type of damage to paralyze it, which is ion damage.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that, unfortunately.
But that's the damage Yowen deals.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
So-
Hey, look, he can do something.
Nice.
Well, that's because the DM rolled excessively high. And that is 21 plus 15. I think that's enough to. Yep, it actually goes down at -2.
we did it.
And the droid just like gets hit one last time by a blaster shot from Yowen. And you can see the smoke and the sparks rising from behind its, like, the back of its neck. And it just, like, repeats one last time. You are under arrest. And we're gonna take a break on that. Come back in like 10 minutes. All right.
All right.
See you later, everyone. back. So, 3 of you guys are been put in a row in the living area floor. The smoking corpse, I guess, of the droid is just hanging there, like half fallen down. And Yoewin and Zeta are the only 2 people that are left conscious. And Yoewin says, did you see anything else? Anybody else?
It called for a squad.
Hells. I have to turn the console on, and he looks at the 3 of you. Well, he looks at the 3 bodies on the floor. Are they still alive? And he goes to check like each of you. He's, I guess, panicking is what you could probably assume that his state is.
Yeah. You know this place better than I do. Where can we hide?
The farmstead should have been a safe location. We might have to leave. Go off world. Okay, they're all alive. They're all alive.
We need to move them. And we need to do it fast. We have probably 3 hours before they get here. And if they're going on speeder, half that.